Hi, I'm Skyler Ford. Welcome back to App Avenue. Today we're going to have a special crossover episode with
Nate McDonald from Can't Think Straight.
We're going to go around campus and ask people about their hot takes.
And their pet peeves.
Stick with us. Hi, I'm here with
Jillian Mobley.
Cullen.
My name is Ryan.
Wyatt Murdoch.
Mac. I'm Mackenzie. Hi.
Gabe Ramirez.
Steph.
I'm Isabella. Alexia.
Wesley.
Andrea. Gabby. Chloe.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
When people rip paper out of a notebook but leave the little frilly things on the side.
That is pretty annoying. I actually do that a lot.
Biggest pet peeve? Well, I would say places releasing statements about how they care about equity and stuff, but then not actually doing anything about it. So they'll be we acknowledge that we're on stolen land, period. Okay, blank, you stole it. What you gonna do about it? Are you gonna donate to native ancestral people? Are you gonna educate people? Are you gonna give them the space? Or are you just gonna say oh, we took it? I work, not to out my place I work at, but I work at the rec center. I'm a fitness instructor. And I kind of talked to my boss about this, and literally in the email, it just talked about it's Native American History Month. There's nothing on it. They're we acknowledge it's this month. You want a cookie? I don't know what to do. But that goes for anything, LGBT rights, everything. So, don't release statements with no evidence. Might as well not even mention it if you're not gonna do anything. So that's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, I can think of one school in particular that might do that.
Pet peeve. When people don't organize things or put things into place. If you just use something and just leave it laying out, you have to have a place and you put it back there, you know? You need to have a system.
Do you have roommates that do that?
Yeah, I do. One of my roommates, love them all. I love them all. They're great people. But sometimes they'll just leave their hairbrush will slowly come to the other side of our sink, and I'm I just push it back every time. And I'm it irritates me slightly, but I can't do anything about it, so I just deal with it. Yeah.
People walking extremely slow.
Yeah.
And or they can't walk straight. If they walk like this and they're walking slow.
Yeah. Gotta give them the old Spartan kick down there. What about you?
Probably the hollering. Outside of my dorm, there'll be just a random scream, and we don't know if it's real or not.
When people chew with their mouth open, it really bugs me. That's something I've always been raised when I was young. My mom would slap my hand, chew with your mouth closed and crap like that. So it bugs me now to no end.
People who are rude to fast food workers.
Have you ever seen that happen in action?
I used to work at a Starbucks, so yeah, it happened to me all the time. I hated it.
Stuff not being planned properly, I guess.
Okay. When has that ever come up for you?
I guess in terms of stuff related to app earlier in the pandemic, just because a lot of professors had a hard time adjusting and it was really sudden.
That's hard. I gotta pick just one?
Yeah. Actually, you can pick whatever.
I guess my biggest pet peeve would probably be teachers not making their assignments the due dates clear. That's really...
Do you have any classes that's happening to you right now?
Yes. All of them.
All of them?
Yes.
Probably when people say they're from a certain area, but they're really from a small town outside that's not even close to the original area, especially in North Carolina.
You know I'm from D.C.
No, that's cool.
No, I'm not actually from
D.C.
I live right outside.
Smacking lips while eating.
Is there anything in the past that is what's the reason that's your biggest pet peeve?
It's just annoying. I don't like to hear it. I don't know.
Do you have anybody close to you just do it constantly?
My brother.
Okay, I hate people that walk slow, people that eat slow, people that get ready slow. Hate that. I hate when people give fake compliments. Oh my god, your outfit looks good. I always feel sometimes when people compliment me, it's just because it looks weird, so they're oh, I'm gonna be oh, that looks so good.
You're unique, yeah.
You're so unique. People used to say that to me in my building last year. They'd be I could never pull off that style. It's I'm
ugly.
Okay.
It would automatically go to, so this is ugly.
Exactly. Why do you need to say it that way? It's I could never do what you do. That looks so good. Okay, come on.
I totally feel that, for sure.
Seriously? Are you kidding?
No, I have so many. When it happens, I know. I'm ew.
You're the most.
I just am
pet
very
peeve
hateful.
person I know.
Yeah, I just hate so much I can't remember anything in my brain. That's how bad it is.
Maybe everything can be your
Yeah,
pet
just
peeve.
everything. Really general
People in
here.
general.
Yeah, literally. Just people.
What would you say your biggest hot take is about App State?
I have to really think about this one. But barefoot people in the rain.
Especially in the rain?
Especially in the rain, yeah. It's kind of nasty. Like, I feel like they're going to step on, like, a sharp thing or get worms in their feet. Or, like, what if, like, they have, like, calluses or something? Or, like, I don't know. It just scares me.
The hills are terrible.
The hills?
Yeah.
Do you have anyone in particular?
The one beside Cone and White, when you go up that way.
Oh,
I hate that one.
I feel like we're very performative here, like the school is at least.
What do you mean by, like
we say we do a bunch of things, like the school says they do a bunch of things, but they don't.
what are some of the things?
Like their sustainability things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
People don't wear shoes, like outside.
Like, do you mean like just walking around Sanford?
Yeah, like they literally don't wear shoes. They won't wear shoes to class or anything.
We don't have enough trash cans on campus. There's like 2. That's it. Yeah.
And recycling, I would say.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And then yeah.
I just remembered.
Go.
App State, not sustainable.
Yep.
That stupid little windmill does absolutely nothing. 1, they throw away all the food they make from Central. They don't give it to anyone in need. 2, third, the farm they use for the food, only 10% of it is used, so the 90% is just land. Okay, thanks.
Oh, I didn't know about that about the farm.
I have one more. We use less renewable energy than we did about 20 years ago.
So true. So
It is true. None of the solar power panels are on.
The food.
Is what?
The food. I don't know. We just need more options, like a lot, like more healthy options. I feel like there's so many like chicken and burger places, just like fast food places. So also it could make more of their food with more options because I feel like there's not enough students. Also, I want to mention the portions. The portions are ridiculous.
Too big or too small?
Too small. And like recently I've been having an issue like with trying to get more food from them, and they're like, no, like this is the standard, I'm sorry, like this is all I can give you. And I'm like, I don't get enough to eat here, like seriously. And they're like, okay, well I need to put it in a different container so they can charge you twice. So they overcharge you on everything.
What place is this?
This is mainly the upper part of the dining hall.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like the wrap place or
Not the wrap place, more like the vegan place, and then that place, like sometimes they have fried chicken, like on that side. Yeah, that.
Probably when freshmen just call things like Central, Roses, or whatever dining hall, and they just don't even know that McAllister's exists upstairs.
Does it still exist? I thought it closed down.
It's still there. It's how you get to second floor solarium, which a lot of people don't know.
Upper Central is better than Lower Central.
That is a fact. What is your favorite thing in Upper Central?
The sushi, for sure.
I think that college is a little overrated. It's kind of a scam.
What makes you say that?
We're paying like thousands of dollars to essentially not really get specifically like what we need. I personally like wanted to go to trade school, but my parents made me go to college. So like I want to do like metalworking and like welding, but instead I'm paying for an art degree that I'll be in debt for. So for the sake of having a degree, yeah.
That they should bust down the walls between the identity centers and just do like one big room for all of them.
So like, make them have no identity?
No, just like one big identity center so they're intersectional.
Honestly, I think the duck pond's overrated.
How so?
It's just a pond. It smells bad 90% of the time. Like there's really nothing that special about it. The ducks aren't even that cute, to be honest. But
yo,
it's fun to go there every now and then. Don't get me wrong. And like sometimes the ducks are funny, but like 90% of the time, not really the best place to go. Sanford Mall is like 20% better, you know.
I don't know.
It's a loaded question, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've had a pretty good time here. I haven't really had, I mean, besides stuff that, I mean, I couldn't really blame professors for not being able to plan well for something so sudden, so I don't really know.
Maybe administration.
Maybe, maybe a little.
Appalachian Avenue. What is your biggest roommate pet peeve?
Probably just not being clean and not communicating.
Are you the clean roommate?
Yeah. I don't have a roommate right now, so yeah.
So you solved the problem?
Yeah, I solved the problem.
If I had a pet peeve, it would be being unclean, like keeping the room dirty. I mean, like, I'm a really clean person, but like if my roommate wasn't, I would literally have to like drop out of school.
Oh, well, my body temperature, it like rapids a lot. So like I'll like turn the heat up all the time, and then she's always hot, and then she'll just turn it down without telling me. So it's just like, yeah, it's just like she's always hot, I'm always cold. That's
just a war over the thermostat.
it. Yeah. We get along pretty well though. Keep to ourselves too.
No. No.
Sounded like a yes.
No, definitely not.
Let it out, man.
No. Just don't go to bed at like 9 if you say you stay up till like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh.
Because I'm not back till like 3 or 4 in the morning, so.
I don't know. I wake up early, so when my roommate like sleeps all day, you know, yeah. I've already been to like all my classes, and I come back and he's still asleep, and I get kind of jealous.
Roommates, I actually have wonderful roommates, so like I love them. I guess like if like passive aggressiveness, so like if like you do something, like I want to know if I like did something that like pisses you off, so like tell me. But like to be honest, I have like really good roommates, so I can't like complain.
When they don't communicate with me, like when like they don't like update me on things, or like when people are coming over and things like that, that's kind of a big pet peeve. But my roommate this year doesn't really invite anybody over, so that's pretty good.
Oh, nice. Nice and quiet.
Nice and quiet is how I like it.
When people like act like they should get a thank you for cleaning up their own stuff.
That's pretty good. Have you had that happen to you before?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any good stories?
None that I want to share.
Gotcha. What's your biggest hot take about North Carolina?
North Carolina. Wilmington's not that fun. It's not a good place.
Why do you think that?
Because that's the beach that like everybody goes to, you know. It's just like it's like the Myrtle Beach of North Carolina.
That is a huge hot take. Myrtle Beach is not very well known.
I've lived here for a minute, so definitely the cold is not the vibe. I'm originally from Florida, so yeah, so it's hard.
Do you have any hot takes about Florida?
A lot.
What's your best one?
It's so humid. Yeah, it's so humid. That's the only thing. And the cockroaches. The cockroaches have traumatized me. That's the one reason why I don't want to go back to Florida.
North Carolina.
Would you want to?
Oh, yeah, you go ahead.
I do think this is maybe for General South, you know, like Southern hospitality, that's not a thing. Everyone here is rude and mean. Yeah. Are you kidding me? About this. Everyone here is rude and mean behind your back. That is not how you do it. That's not how you do it. I hate that. Come be mean to my face.
That's kind of the double-edged sword of Southern hospitality.
Yeah. Because in the North, everyone's like just mean to you.
And I'm like, thank you. Like, I have social cue problems. Like, I understand that. But, like, they'll come up to you and be like, you're so funny. And then they actually don't mean it. And I'm like, wait, I'm confused. It's rude. They're just so blatantly rude to people. And it makes me so mad. That's what I hate about the South anyways.
Very true.
There's nothing to do here.
In the whole state?
I don't think there's anything to do here, no.
What do you do here for fun?
I sit in my dorm room.
You gotta go hiking or something. Have you been on any hikes here?
I have not gone to any hikes. I haven't.
Have you been here for a semester?
Yeah, I've been here for a whole semester. I haven't gone on any hikes.
Because you gotta get out.
The weather, yes.
Least favorite weather?
North Carolina weather.
Like anything in particular?
It's just so bipolar. It's like one day, like right now, it was hot outside, and now it's raining. I don't like that.
That's true. I'm not a fan.
My biggest hot take is the trucks. Yeah, the loud cars.
Which ones piss you off the most?
All of them.
Yeah.
It's like they're so annoying, and like especially the loud ones. Like I don't want to be at a NASCAR race every day. Like sometimes I want peace and quiet.
You know, the louder your car is, the cooler you are.
Yeah.
North Carolina? I really like North Carolina. I think it's a pretty good state. I don't know if that's like a hot take or not, but I will say I think Raleigh's better than Charlotte. I don't know if that's like a thing. I know there's a big argument, but Raleigh.
For what?
Just if you're going to go to a big city, like go to Raleigh, you know, like Charlotte doesn't have like not as much of stuff, and it's not the capital, and it's like, yeah, it's the bigger city, but it's not really the better city, you know?
All the join and die like flags and things like that, like all those like Southern flags, and like it's it's culture or heritage, not culture. That's a big one I don't really like.
Yeah, it seems a little suspicious.
Yeah, it does.
Oh gosh, I'm not from here. I could probably go on for a little bit. It should probably be two different states. Like, we shouldn't accept the East as our own.
Well, there you have it first. East Carolina, no bueno.
Women are often poorly represented in today's media and have experienced countless repercussions in the commercial and entertainment industry as a result. From being portrayed as love interest to being objectified primarily as selling points in film and advertising, women are struggling to find their place in society that still negatively depicts them in the world of entertainment. Today, we sat down with multiple students from Appalachian State to get their opinions on the matter. Thank you for coming to join me today. We're going to talk about women's representation in media, okay, and we're going to go through a couple of photos. So here is the first photo.
Wow.
Yeah, we have Katy Perry holding 2 bags of pop chips over her boobs, saying nothing fake about them.
Okay. You know, it's a bit derogatory for pop chips. It doesn't necessarily make me want to eat chips.
Yeah.
Being a woman and all, I mean, maybe as a man, maybe he would. But I'm just saying in general, like, when I look at this, it's just like, you could have done 100 other things besides that. I feel like it's a bit derogatory, like I said, and a little bit demeaning in general, because, like,
it also, like, raises the question of why do we need to see her holding chips over her boobs to want to eat that food?
Exactly.
So what do you think of our first photo?
You don't need to know that her boobs aren't fake.
Yeah, I also think that it says something about, Katy Perry is also the same one that had whipped cream on her boobs, and I think that she's constantly bringing attention to that, and I feel like people are just starting to use it as a selling point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have another photo I'd like you to look at. We have a couple more.
Okay.
This one is a photo trying to sell people to be vegetarian.
I guess I get the connection with the whole Adam and Eve, like, they were naked and, you know, the apple, like that's a complete representation of that story with the whole, like, they're naked in the vine and then she's eating the apple. But vegetarians in general don't just like, especially even my friends that are vegetarians, like I don't ever see them being like naked or more sexual because they're vegetarian. You know what I mean?
Being
Like,
sexual shouldn't sell being vegetarian. And also another thing about this photo is that, I mean, Adam and Eve eating an apple was the bad part of that story.
Exactly. It's what made us all have to wear clothes and all that. So it kind of like doesn't really make too much sense. But I guess I get the connection with what they were trying to create there. But at the end of the day, like, what does that make you feel? It doesn't really make you feel like you want to go vegan, vegetarian, or anything. Like, it's just kind of.
It's just a little off. You know, it doesn't fit what they were trying to do that well.
Exactly.
And we have one last photo for you. This one is from Victoria's Secret. Okay. They have a lot of problems with diversity and representing different body types. Yeah. And as you can see here, they have a bunch of different models wearing their different lingerie, and it says, the perfect.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, I guess it's not something they all meant to do, but it is something that they choose for society to feel like they need to follow. Like, if you aren't this perfect little skinny person that, you know, can fit into all their clothes, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Or like, if you're not just like a stick, like, some of those girls look very unhealthy. Like, you can be skinny, but you don't have to be anorexic.
Yeah.
And I feel like Victoria's Secret, I do think it's good that they have some plus size models and they have been bringing in, but the first plus size model they brought in was like, not even plus size. Like,
it was
she
just
like
slightly
a
larger.
Typical girl. Like, I was like, oh, okay. Because my sister, like, we're kind of different body heights. Like, she's shorter, you know, bigger breasts and like body and stuff, and I'm like very like small and skinny kind of thing. But like at the end of the day, it should be somebody like that, where it's like somebody you can actually relate to.
Portraying women in this kind of light as nothing more than objectified love interests negatively impacts our position in society. Each time a woman is portrayed this way on screen, it's another indication that this prevalent issue needs to be discussed even further. Frequent instances like these bring a negative connotation to what's considered the norm for women in television. Recently, progress has been made to better represent women in the entertainment industry, both on and off screen, and there has been a significant increase in leading female roles on all entertainment mediums. However, there are still more strides to be made before we make some notable changes, but the future is looking bright.
My joy in playing music is helping other people have their ideas come out, you know, for the most part, you know. I mean, everybody likes to shred, everybody likes to show off, but like, I show off when it's my time to shine. When you first start playing any instrument, you mimic. You listen to your favorite players and you try and copy what they're doing. Eventually, when you start listening to enough of those players and developing a vocabulary from all those players and mixing them together, it starts to become your own. And it's just through listening, through practice, and through fundamentals, you can learn to become your own player, you know? I'm trying to get my name out there, but as well as that, I'm also trying to better myself as a player. I'm in 4 projects currently, all of which are pretty different. Like, I'm in a band called Tub, which is, we call ourselves Chaos Funk. It's kind of like jazz fusion-y, very heavily improv based. Lowercase Numbers, which is like just math rock, kind of like very all over the place math rock. The Masters of the Big House, which is like psychedelic prog, kind of has an old school flair, like Rushy, a little Zeppelin-y. And then Jack Marion and the Pearl Snap Prophets, which is like Americana country rock. I'm just kind of like, I just wanted to play music. Like, I was getting really, really, really good at the drums. And it took a lot of fundamentals in marching band, taking a lot of like the rudimental stuff. And when I listen to a recording that I play on and it sounds really, really, really good, it's kind of like a magical feeling. Like, I mean, you get the same thing when you're performing live, but like, performing live is instant and it's in the moment. And I love that. I love that. It's great. but at the same time, being able to listen to something over and over again and be like, that's me, it's a really, really cool feeling. In the words of Steve Gadd, fills bring the thrills, but grooves pay the bills. It's like, that's kind of a philosophy we've got to live by. Like, I can be the fastest, craziest drummer there is, but like nobody's gonna hire me if I'm just shredding at a gig, you know? So I'm trying to learn how to develop my feel as well as develop my chops.
Why'd you switch? Because, I mean, drums are cooler. They are. They're cooler. They're probably the coolest, honestly.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave Blanks from University Communications here in the Beaver College of Health Sciences. It's the 10-year anniversary of the Beaver College, and we're going to interview some nursing students. Come along with me. Guess how old the Beaver College of Health Sciences is?
I don't know.
No idea?
Nope.
Care to wager a guess?
5 years.
No, you're almost there. We'll keep going around until we find somebody maybe who knows. So, how do you like the Beaver College of Health Sciences thus far?
I love it. It's been a really fun time making relationships with all my classmates, and the faculty are very great. They're very caring, and it's not something I expected. I didn't expect them to care as much about me as they do, and so it's been really nice in this hard time going through nursing school.
Why did you want to be a nurse?
Well, when I was little, I had cancer, so just seeing like how the nurses helped my mom and like how she still really like thinks about the nurses and how much they did for her, I wanted to do that for other people.
What would this be called? This thing, like if you were going to look on Amazon, it must have a name, right?
It's called Seymour Butts.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
It totally is Seymour. So what do you like about the Beaver College of Health Sciences? Can you share with me something that you enjoy about it?
Yeah, I mean, what do you not like about it? It's honestly beautiful. We have everything available to us. Like as nursing students, I feel like I have like the most opportunities I would ever need. Just having like labs like this to kind of simulate like a real patient experience, that's definitely a highlight for me. It's just been a blessing to be able to go here.
Do you feel like you're doing good?
Of course.
I love your confidence. Is he going to be all right? Of course. He's good. Did you know how old the Beaver College of Health Sciences is? Can you guess?
10 years?
Oh my gosh, you got it. Yes, congratulations. Wow. We have this arm for you. I brought nothing for you, but yeah, how about a hand? Yeah, give her a hand. So I understand that you received a scholarship, is that correct?
Yes, I am part of the Beaver Scholars here, and with that, hopefully I am able to get into the nursing program.
What made you want to be a nurse?
Well, it all started with just experiences back at home with having not having accessible health care for my parents and the majority of the people who live in my town. I always saw the struggle there of people trying to find ways of getting health care and being able to afford it as well.
It seems like the scholarship has made a big impact in your life.
Oh, of course, yes. It's helped my family. Part of my graduating class, maybe 20, 30 students made it out to college. So that's something big and like something I'm proud of.
Did y'all know that the Beaver College of Health Sciences is having an anniversary, like right now?
Oh, it's 10 years, right?
How many? Yeah,
10.
10. She got it. Yeah. Good job. You knew. Yeah, 10 years. Thank you for your support of the Beaver College of Health Sciences and its students. Happy 10th anniversary to the Beaver College. Your support of these students is clearly having an impact on their lives now and will for years to come. Thanks so much and have a great one.
Let's go! To a place where you can grow.
A place to be heard.
And take a closer look.
A place where you can crush it.
And push yourself.
A place to find your voice.
This place rocks. And rolls. A place where you can get out.
Wow! A place you'll never forget.
So where is this place? Let me show you.
Man, those are some hot takes.
Ooh, and some painful pet peeves. Ouch.
Make sure to check out Nate's show, I Can't Think Straight.
Yeah, Fridays at 9 p.m. Check it out.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.